Homegrown Radio.
All right, we back at it, Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head,
West
man.
Coast.
Pleasure to have one of the homegrown homies step up in here, man. The new album, Volume 2, is out right now.
Yeah.
Dom Kennedy.
Yeah,
What's going on, big dog?
Dope is Dom.
Dope
We
is Dom.
live. What's up, man?
How do you rank your albums in terms of this one? Is this the fourth or the fifth one, or is it like, because
Do
I
you
know
count
commercially, West Side of Love 2 was the first, the debut.
Right.
So do you count everything prior to that? Like when you say this is my eighth
I don't really say. I end up reading it online sometimes.
He let the people decide.
You be looking at Wikipedia like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. I don't really keep track. I know how many albums I put out for sale.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So in that way, it would be what?
Probably the fifth one.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how do you rank this body of work?
Volume 2?
Yeah.
I look at Volume 2 as like the first album of the second half of my career.
Okay.
That's kind of why I
like
decided
that.
to just go with Volume 2. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a restart, but I got songs and I've been doing my thing for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I look at Volume 2 just like that. Like it's a mark of the second half of my career. I definitely feel like it's the most complete body of work I've ever put out to date. You know, most cohesive, my most hands-on, subject matter, all of that. You know what I mean? For real.
Was there a different approach or mindset when
Hell
you
yeah.
walk into the studio to
could
record
tell,
this?
too.
Yeah, for sure.
And what was that for you?
Picking the songs, everything, like re-recording stuff. Man, you know, just like now I got a legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's an interesting thing to really admit and to know, like, when I started, you know, it's like you trying to break into somewhere, you trying to be heard, but then it's like you got to take into account what happens after that works. You know what I'm saying? And then years down the line, like, it's one thing to be like a new artist that people clamoring to like hear something for. You got 2 songs that ever came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you kind of way past that stage, you kind of still got to figure out how to be you, but how to, you know, give people that energy again of like being excited to hear even what you got to say. You know what I mean? Or be interested. And in the last week, honestly, my album came out, went up streaming officially on Tuesday. Man, it's been what, 12 albums that came out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel good, just like
In the midst of all
how
that
I was
shit.
telling her, in the midst of all of that, you know, having people that I know, having people that I don't know. Like my first time going outside in a minute was like yesterday.
Crazy.
I stepped out of Hummy and I got a lot of love like from people I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I was really sitting back thinking like, damn, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Especially only being 4 or 5 days.
People give a fuck.
With the
You know
people,
what I mean?
exactly.
Do people ever hit you with that, like, as soon as you drop something, when the next one?
For sure.
That should be crazy.
I learned that early on, man, going to New York, you know.
You drop on Friday, Saturday, be like, when the next one coming?
Yeah, I learned that early on. Actually, West Side with Love too. You know what I'm saying? I had put a lot of work into that, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, the album, and I was in New York, and I was out there like promoting that, you know, not on my high horse, but like, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to the source, and like, that's what they asked me. Like, yeah, so what else you doing? And I was like,
Bro,
damn, but that let me know, like, this shit real.
People
you know
want
what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah, you gotta have some, you know, you gotta deliver every time and be thinking about more than just the right now, you know?
You just answered my question. I was going to say, does that kind of upset you, or that lets you understand that this is the market that we're in at this point?
Nah, it lets me know, be ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be ready for sure. Like, because I look at it like this. Artists I work with now, like, I have a label, you know, and all the people that I come in contact with, I tell them same thing, like, man, you have a song, you might spend a long time, little time, whatever. You put out a song, let's say it go platinum, and one day, let's say it don't do nothing. The only thing that's gonna matter anyway is what song you gonna put out
Next,
after that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
you
you
gotta
might as well get ready for it and embrace it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, unless you gonna just quit,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Inevitably, you gonna either have to drop some again, or you gonna shy away and say, I'm not gonna put nothing out. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's the only thing we could do. You know what I mean? You hit 1-3, you're not gonna shoot no more.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
For the
but your
rest of the season,
Right,
I
right.
hit that one.
It's like,
and he's
nah.
like, that was 20 games ago.
What you
know
doing
what I'm saying?
now?
Exactly.
But
That's
on the
kinda
flip
how
side,
it
you
is.
hit 1-3, you don't shoot ever again, your percentage 100%.
Percentage high. And if it's at that time to win the trophy, you know what I mean? You did your thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Finish that
depends on the
shit.
moment, I guess. But you know, it's definitely, you got to stay locked in the music game nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just, I don't feel it's not just like the cop out like, oh, it's always changing.
Right.
But it's just like, man, it's always something new. You know what I mean? It's every day people get up and it's like, what could you offer? You know, what could you provide? You know, sonically, like it's always going to be a new song. And if you want to have a career and continue to make music, you got to embrace that.
Right.
I like that you said this the first album or the second part of your career.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that. Like I noticed like when I was listening to the project, it's Dom, but it's like an evolved different type of verse, like, and you still kept true with the J Pounds. You got you got the soul on there. You talking to the ladies, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, I feel like you matured a lot more.
Thank you, man.
Like I feel like you not just kind of like figuring it out. I feel like you figured it out.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it, and that's basically what I mean. Like I got a lot more music to drop, you know, in the next, like, I guess you could say, till I'm done with it, but immediately in the next 8 to 12 months, and it's like I feel like people gonna understand that it is an evolution. You know what I mean? I study things outside of music. You know what I'm saying? And one of the people I listened to while I was making this album, I saw an interview with the guy that designs the S-Class for Mercedes.
Damn.
And it's kind of like how I had to look at my career and everything, because if you think about it, it's a new S-Class every year, right?
Yeah.
But it's a little bit better. And he said, like, so if you think about it, people come to them and say, he like, man, I wish I could have designed the 2018 S-Class in 2002, but I did the best with what I had at the time.
Right.
Got you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You put all your technology into what you making right now, all your ideas into what you making right now. Next year you do the same. You evolve. You know what I'm saying? You don't just take the whole thing apart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
You update everything. You evolve. You get sharper. You make the lights a little bit better. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the music. So yeah, to answer your question, that's exactly how I had to look at it, and what my approach was, like, not to be outside of myself, not to chase anything, not to say I did nothing wrong. It's just like, this the 2018 version.
Right. So I think, and then it was a song. Let me see. I don't want to fuck this quote up. You said on a song. It was matter of fact. Two things I want to point out. You did a song around midnight.
Yeah.
Love that.
Maestro and G Malone, Glasses Malone.
Just that off.
Listen,
if you don't know, you don't. You know what I mean?
If you don't know, you don't know. And the thing is, like, I was so excited to see that, because I'm like, you really got to be from the code, not necessarily
not even from the know. You got to keep it realer than that.
You got to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just for that, just you going back in that bag and tapping into that, I was like, okay.
Two those I highly respect. First and
fuck
foremost.
with that, bro.
Yeah.
Because Maestro, I done had many conversations with Maestro. He was like, I don't get it here. Why niggas don't fuck with me? And I said, bro, ain't nobody finna get on the song with you, Maestro. So you can out rap them and make them look stupid on their own shit. It ain't gonna happen. So when I saw you tapped into Mikey, man, that was dope as fuck to me.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Maestro, man. We trying to shoot that visual too, man, for the city one day. You know what I mean? But that was organic, man. I actually went to high school, you know what I'm saying, with Maestro, man, for sure, man.
Wow.
Great dude. And I've been on Glasses just first as a fan, you know, when he was putting out mixtapes, and I was just, you know, riding around the neighborhood with the homie, like, listening to Glasses. So, you know, to be a peer of his, and, you know what I mean, have seen his career, and then be able to, like, have those conversations over the years, and then, like, make actual music that people embracing is dope, for sure.
And then you said, so the quote that I wanted to say, you said everybody got the same now, same sound nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody claim they from the town nowadays.
Yeah. Everybody say they
What
got
specifically
money.
sparked that? Because when I caught that, I'm like, yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like everybody doing the same shit.
Yeah,
everybody,
man.
you know, say they from here, they not from here. Like it just be crazy.
And it's the town, meaning, like, and you could apply it in any town, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably not just symbolic just to LA. Yes, we from LA, but it's just like that was an idea I had. Shout out to Villain Park, actually.
Man,
Smoke from Villain Park made that beat, man. And when he first brought it to me, it was just an idea he had, and he wanted to see what I could do with it, you know, in collaboration with them. And that's kind of like what I was feeling, I guess, that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember doing that hook first while they was there. And it was just something real, man. Like how in the first verse I observed. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I make a song, or when I want to add something to the game, like, again, I can't do what people's doing. I can't speak on things that I'm not an expert in. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when I sit back, and let's just say over the time I've been, you know, in the last 12, 18 months listening to music, that's honestly what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. It's like everybody. It's like certain things. Like I'm rich. I got a convertible.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, I do this.
Flash my shit.
I'm the. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the city. You know, wherever that is, and it's just like it's all the same thing. You know what I mean? And it's like for me, it's like. That's what instead of making something up or sitting there trying to be like, what fantasy could I say on the mic? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
what lifestyle?
What bullshit can I say?
Right, exactly. Right.
Paradise
like,
could I sell? Yeah.
Man, everybody got the same sound nowadays. You know what I mean? Everybody claim they from the town nowadays. It was just like, it just came naturally. You know what I mean?
Man, shout out to Villain Park, dog.
I love them dudes,
I'm so glad that you fuck with them, that y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Because they from West LA.
Yep.
But it's like, people don't. I started ranting and raving last year about Villain Park. I think I hit them in the group chat. Did I send them in the group chat?
Yeah.
So
we were all in it. Yeah.
So I first discovered them, and I was listening to their shit. We Out Here was obviously the first shit.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to their shit. I'm like, bro, these young dudes is talented as fuck, bro. Hard. So me and Chuck pulled up to it was a studio with last week.
Yeah. The other night.
We went last week to go listen to their project, and I just think that they're just incredible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm glad that people like yourself tap into that.
Yeah, nah, for sure. It's easy, man. I don't have no business ties with them as of right now. Don't need none. It's just pure support, love for the love for what they doing, you know, and me understanding like if I look at things like I do music, yes, but at the end of the day, I'm still was a kid born and raised in LA, you know, so I support things from that perspective first, always.
I'm biased
too.
Know
what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I would appreciate that if I was like now. So if I was one of their peers or in they saying them dudes like 19, 20, 21, if I'm running around, if I'm 20 years old, that's the type of music I want to hear. I want to represent it from the city. So it's like, hell yeah, I want to do anything I can, you know, to make sure that people hear their music for sure. Because I just feel it's that dope. It's that honest. It's that raw. It's that true to, you know, what you should be hearing, you know?
Now for you mentioned kind of tapping into different parts, and this is volume 2, the next chapter, you know, the next half of your career. What's some of the subject matters that you felt like were a little harder to kind of open up to that you didn't necessarily do the first go round?
Man, it's a lot of them, man. Man, I was thinking today how I start the first thing I say on the album. You got to know how much you getting per album to be militant. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that already let me know. You know, I got fun songs like a Rollerblades, but I say reading a book by Huey P. Newton. You know what I'm saying?
No gems in
so
there.
I understand like I got a song called Christopher Columbus. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ray Wright.
To me, that's hard, but it's like living life and seeing things, you know, through my eyes, but still doing music. Let me be able to see like, this is my take on the world. Like, this is what people gonna hear. It's like, I could sit and talk about the neighborhood or dumb shit or a strip club.
It's like, a little more responsibility.
Yeah. Right.
Because this is gonna last beyond this. Your son is gonna hear this. His son, you know, your kids
it's
way
gonna hear more to it than that. And I understand that, but sometimes it get frustrating. Like, how do you still, you know, be who you are and have a good amount of success and be able to do your thing, but touch on real stuff. My thing is always to be how the flyest music, but have things in there that's real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in a rap game, that's like completely non-existent.
Put the medicine in the candy.
It could be fun, but me and Hit, who I work with a lot, Hit Boy, we always just say like, man, people don't be talking about nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the song real popular or real, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you'll notice, like, you could probably listen to a lot of the songs and you'll be like, damn, what did he just say?
It's nothing. Right. Absolutely.
What you get from
like,
it?
what was it about?
Take away. Right.
Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Did you learn anything? Like, amongst all of that time
now,
that
do
you spent?
you think that that's partly because people aren't saying shit, or because the attention span of people are just kind of like, fly today, gone tomorrow?
I don't think the attention span have nothing to do with it. I think it's just not like celebrated. You know, it's not celebrated, it's not expected, and it's not required. Right. You know, so and that be the case, it's just you can do anything. Right. Literally. You get
and no shots, but you get the poop that he scoops from Kanye.
If they was like having football games on Sundays and they didn't have no referees, what would happen?
Right. It's
it'd be crazy.
Anarchy.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. Ain't no flags, ain't no holding. It's not no pass interference. It's not nothing.
You got jungle ball right
now. It's not nothing. Yeah, exactly. It's like, You know what I mean?
Prison with no
do
guards.
Whatever, yeah. Do whatever. Get away with whatever you can. You know, portray it however you can. You know, and it's cool. It's fun. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
But it's not you.
But it's not quality. You wouldn't say it's quality.
Right.
You wouldn't like you said, tell your kids about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You wouldn't like take it with you nowhere.
Right.
You know, if it was like if you was like you can only take 2-3 albums, like
that's not one of the ones you go
people,
with.
Who you gonna take?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them you would be like, man, close the door,
right?
We out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you mentioned Hit Boy, and I want to bring us obviously you and Nip. Like I feel like you guys there's some kind of chemistry that's there between you and Hit, and then you and Nip. Kind of explain the relationships between those two and what's so different between you and Nip not versus everybody else, but obviously
like
there's a different chemistry.
Right. Yeah. Well, with me and Hit, man, I've been knowing Hit for a while now. If people look at it historically, like we probably did our first song maybe 2010, 11. Mm-hmm. We had the same kind of manager at one point. Y'all know I work with Archie, but at the time Archie, he was an intern for a lady named Erica Grayson, who we started working with, and she was like higher up at Interscope at the time. This is like 2009. She's like doing her thing, and one of her artists is Surf Club Hit Boy Chasing Cash. So she was like real adamant about the people that she worked with and had ties to meeting each other. She was real good about that. Me and Hit just always was cool. You know what I'm saying? And vibe from day one. We always had like a chemistry where it was like real like nonchalant, I guess you could say. Right. It's not hard for us, you know what I'm saying, to link up and just talk about stuff, trade ideas, play stuff. If we want to rap, we do. If we don't, we don't. Right. It's easy. We always been like that. So we worked on some songs, and one of those songs was a song called CDC that Casey Veggies had killed it. And that's kind of what got him in the whole Jay-Z, Kanye West situation, was that sound, I'm saying, of that song. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward to niggas in Paris blowing up. You know what I mean? He the biggest producer in the world. We still keep in contact. I watch it from afar. You know what I'm saying? And then like maybe 2 or 3 years ago now, we kind of just linked back up and was like, and just really identified like, you was one of the reasons for this. You was one of the reasons for this. You always been my dog. So ever since then, we made it a point to like go at the industry together. With Nip, it's way different because we both true just artists on the rap side. Like Hit is a producer, so I could just make music with him. He don't care. Like he could just do the beat. We do the courtesy of $500,000 where we rap too. But with Nip, it's just us respecting each other as pure rappers.
Gotcha.
Rap artists. But we also from inner city LA and know a lot of the same people. So that dynamic plays in the play, heavy. Like we know a lot of each other, family and like stories, like
real
outside
life shit,
of music, you know. And that, I feel like that helps tremendously. Like us having conversations in studios, night in, night out, seeing each other's, ups and downs, and like thugging it out with each other. We kind of understand each other on it. We more like brothers when we connect with the music thing. We not like let's do a song together. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed on the album because I thought on my Benz, bro, it was gonna come with a verse. I'm like, I hear him coming to ad-libs. Where's that? And then,
that was how that was from the time, man. When I remember, I was just in the rough stages of the album and had like a couple songs. One of them was When I Open. I played them, which ended up being the first song, and he was really one of the people that really told me that was a good song. Keep working on, finish that and put that on the album. And then I played on my Benz, and he liked both of them. And then he was just doing those ad-libs while at the end when I didn't have nothing. I was like, man, record that for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of them spontaneous things. Again, it wasn't like I was playing them the album to do a verse or nothing. I'm just playing them songs while he making Victory Lap, and then I was like, just talk on it. You know what I mean? Because I'm into that. Like I look at my albums, especially now, like kind of like I'm Quincy Jones in this rap game. You know what I'm saying, with my album. So it's like that kind of allows me to be able to do things like that instead of just being like everthing got to be a 16 or this or that.
I'll give you that.
You know what I'm saying?
Sprinkled a little flavor on it for sure.
Eric Bellinger, by the way, singing the backgrounds
Word.
on that song.
Are you serious?
That's my call too. Yeah, that's Eric Bellinger.
Wow.
See, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So I got Eric Bellinger. That's Eric Bellinger. Next time you listen to that, singing those, and then that's Nip on there talking. So you know, I pride myself on just having those little ideas and those people that I could pull on.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same way. Like I'm working with Eric at the time. I play him the joint. He like, yeah, this is dope. And he doing the same thing like Nip was doing, just, you know, vibing to it. I'm like, yeah, just record that for me. I'll chop it up later.
Yeah.
I love that. Just lay a take for me over the whole song, you know? Because all of these people, they got their voices is their instruments. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I understand that. Yeah. So it's like, I want to incorporate as many of these people as possible. Just like Glass is just saying his little commentary on the song. Because that's Glass.
Yep.
You know,
he talks shit.
He might not come through. He might come through for 6 hours and not rap. But he going to talk the whole time about the rap game and this and that.
Race cars and all that. Yep.
Exactly. So it's like, man, say something on the track, man.
You in there yapping and shit. Yeah, no, I love that.
Exactly. It's kind of the same way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, I do love that because it is, like you said, looking at it from the perspective, like you said, being the Quincy Jones of rap, it's creating that palette and just putting those different pieces on there that constructs this lifestyle. Just this thing about that project. Yeah. It's dope.
It's really about the message, too.
Yeah. And Double Up.
Double Up.
Oh, the video.
That I watched that shit and I was like, man, this shit is dope.
Yeah, they made a movie. They gonna make the whole jump. They might as well make the whole jump.
The whole thing, huh? When y'all was shooting that, because I noticed like, what you call it? It was you and Belly. You and Belly. Do you think Belly gets credit he deserves?
Belly
as an artist?
Yeah. I mean,
because I feel like Belly's very talented, and I think he get overlooked a lot. But I feel like that about a lot of people.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I feel like everybody just that song away. You know, that thing away. Sometimes it don't even be that song. It might be, and that's the great thing about being an artist. And again, like we were saying, because what he did on that song was he added a bridge that wasn't there the first time I heard that song. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And that melody we talked about, I told him that at the video, like, it's dope. It's so refreshing on that song that sometimes things like that do get a little bit overlooked.
Right.
But when you can't do them and then, you know what I'm saying, and you don't have them, you realize it when it's not there. But when it's in there, people kind of could overlook you a lot of times.
It's like having Eric Bellinger on my Benz. Like, you could have not had that there.
Exactly.
But like, we didn't even know. But it's just, it just sound good. Like,
exactly.
All right.
And that's kind of how Belly is on that record.
Right.
Like, it would sound completely different without him, but you take it such for granted because it fit in the track so well. It fit in the track so well. You know what I mean? That sometimes people do get overlooked for what they do. You know what I mean?
Now, one thing we have in common, man, and people give me flack for it all the time, but people, please, can you just help me out as far as explaining the credit that DJ Quick deserves as an artist? I mean, just overall,
man, he taking a shot at me.
Every time I say, "Yo, Quick is up," like
he's put that's
Quick is up there.
Up there where?
Quick, man.
I give him as one of the top. Yeah, because for me, he's
my producer rapper, man, out of the city, out of the whole game. Honestly, if you really want to know, world of all time, for sure, you can't say nobody better than Quick. Producer and rapper.
Dre?
No way. Why?
Come on.
No, he wasn't good. Dre's not good at rapping.
Yeah, Dre's a great producer, but he's not. Even with the raps that he has, it's still not enough. And he don't write the raps.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's Quick is up there, man. Because
it's like you can't. You know what I mean?
My personal top, and I don't get into the whole top 5 shit. A lot of people, everybody's shit is different, but my shit was always Pac, Quick, and Snoop. Yeah. And everybody's like, well, "Oh man, Snoop." I'm like, Snoop is lyrical. Goddamn, like, and Quick was up there too as one of those people that I highly regarded and respected, but. I think that was also just an LA thing too.
When people hear Quick, they get confused a little bit. I feel like because of the rap part too, and they don't want to. A lot of people don't give Quick the most credit just as on pure rap game. But I'm saying as somebody that make his own, that you could put in a room with the equipment
by itself
for 10 days, and they gonna come out with something dope front to back that you can listen to with verses. And music, I wouldn't put my money on nobody else.
And the shit's gonna be mixed incredibly because he gonna engineer.
I wouldn't put my money on nobody else.
That's true.
And that's what I. You got to give it to Quick. That's what I mean when I say that.
I get a lot of flack from that, and I know how much he inspired you. You know what I'm saying, as an artist or whatever. So it's like the same thing. Bro.
But then you also engineer too. Yeah, like you'll go in. And I was talking to Nipsey about that. I was talking to Nip. He was like, "Yeah, like we had to learn. Like we had to record each other. take turns. I go in the booth here. You know what I mean? Like,
why was that important though? Why was it important for you to learn that?
Man, because it's like being self-sufficient, dog. Being able to feed yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And eat yourself. Like, you know, if you one of those artists, we not like Aerosmith or none of them artists. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like people around or everybody,
got
somebody just sitting there waiting for you to just try ideas,
hella resources,
and do it. You know, it's like sometimes, dog, we might just be kicking and smoking, be like, oh, this is the beat.
Right.
Put
you
it
gotta
on.
catch
It's
that
1
vibe
in the morning.
then.
We gotta record it. What you gonna do?
Right. You can't call no
you
engineer.
Gonna not record it? You know what I'm saying? You gonna not record it? Hell no. Nah.
Right.
My whole thing is when I learned the game. Shout out to my boy Polly. You know what I'm saying? Crazy producer, artist. As soon as I got my equipment, I said, Polly, come to the studio. My new spot when I first had this, like 8 years ago, one night, I was like, just show me how to record myself.
The basics. That's it.
Just give me the basics. I'll go off from there. You know what I'm saying? And now he see me even to this day and see me doing little shortcuts on the computer and stuff. He be like, oh, damn. Like,
learning.
And it's like, because I've been in there since that day. He literally showed me till today. You know, you pick up stuff, but it's like, you don't want to, I never wanted to be one of those people that depending on, I'm just not like that by nature. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to not get what I want just because, you know, somebody else don't feel like
doing it.
Yeah, doing it.
Is that something that you stress to the artists that are assigned to OPM as well, or people that you work with? Like, look, there's some things you need to do, like learn these qualities.
I try to show them, man, but everybody different.
Got you.
You know, I try to, in those type of instances in life, I feel like the example is most important. Leading by example is most important, you know, because everybody different. Yeah. You can't say that, you know, with Jay, like somebody like Jay, he hate recording, but he had a different stage in his career, in a different spot. J305, you know, he got a deal on Interscope. We about to go into his second album cycle, you know, but like with his first album, he did the complete opposite of what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't got time. He don't want to learn. I understand that.
It's not him.
Like, it's not him. Yeah. If I'm there, I'll record some shit for him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Easily. But he want to have an engineer. He want to do this and do that. You know, that's the type of things that he work with. Me, I'm comfortable. Like, I might just vibe for some hours. Have a couple producers. Then way later, you know, write something down. And then after that, I go in by myself if I need to. Then have somebody mix it, listen to it, whatever. But in order to record, it was just something I realized I wanted to teach myself, you know?
Speaking of J305, man, I think it's two things. Well, one thing specifically that I love that you guys did as a power play. You know what I'm saying? It's OPM, right? Yeah. The Billboard situation. Yours was on Fairfax, right?
Yeah. No, I had a couple of them now so far all over the city. I had a lot of them.
The first one, though. Was it the first one on Fairfax or what was it?
Might have been. Okay. I don't know.
Well, my point is that J305 had one on Crenshaw and King too.
Yeah.
That's staple. That. I mean, talk about that message behind having that something so symbolic in your hometown, man.
Man, it's great, you know, and I feel like the best part is the kids could see it, you know, and share in it, right? And share in it. You know, it's kind of like we do it for them because we are advertising, we are marketing, but we inspiring first. Right. You know what I mean? Because we was the kids sitting there looking at Ice Cube coming soon. Yeah. Or, you know, West Side Connection.
Hell yeah.
Or whatever it said at the time. You know what I'm saying? Up until now, you know? So it's like, it's dope when, you know, people in your family or somebody you know, like oh, man, text you like, damn, I seen that. That's dope. And you know that kids is going to school every day and driving by and it's like, they see the ad and they see OPM and they know what that means. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that put a whole different perspective on the business and insight for them, you know, that I never saw, you know, growing up, because we always understood this is big business, you know, but now our businesses are becoming the big businesses, you know? And so I kind of look at the billboards like we don't have to, but we sharing the experience with them. We showing them, you know, we spending money out of our pocket to show, you know, to celebrate with y'all and inspire the people in the streets just living.
Yeah, and I think it's, like I said, it's important to do that, like you said, because people can actually see it, but the fact of the matter is you didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? With the way the music industry is now, everything digital and all that, there's other ways to market. But I love
you mean like a surprise Dom Kennedy album?
like shit like that, right?
Shit like that.
But that, like you said, is one of those tangible things, man. I think that's really dope that people could see that.
One more thing I want to shout you out for putting Cron Down on the album.
Cron Down again, man. That came all them came organically, man. Them is people, you know, I'll ride for, you know, and vouch for. or, you know, on this music tip and outside of that. You know what I mean? So it's all love, man.
And then you had it's 2 songs on here. My Benz is one of them. My Benz, and I think it was it Fell in Love? I think it was Fell in Love.
Yeah.
And are you in a relationship?
Nah,
no?
Not currently. Nah,
not currently.
Not currently.
Okay, because I noticed it was like I was listening to the song and you was so descriptive.
Yeah.
Like,
nah, it's just the ins and outs.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like,
it's just the ins and outs, man. But what was you saying?
No, that's what I was getting to, because it was like you was pulling from something.
You thought you were talking about somebody
pulling from life, my life as well as other people's lives that, you know, it's kind of around, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of just see, and it's like, again, it's one of them things. It's like, do you speak to the truth, you know what I'm saying, of the matter and the situation, and know, like, because you could get caught up and say, this just me, right? You know what I'm saying? And not speak on it and then try to talk about other things that you think might be more popular. But I don't know. I don't really subscribe to that. I try to, you know, be as honest as possible, even if it's like a little awkward maybe at times, or even if the subject matter is a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been, you know, all of them songs is inspired by real life situations. Yeah. You know, I'll say that.
I feel like this album was really very honest.
And Fell in Love was honestly like me just a metaphor, kind of more so for the rap game too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I speak on that. It's kind of like, yeah, it's real life situations, but it's like, this is the reason why, because the love I'm chasing a lot, you know, I can't be in a relationship with a person when when 95% of the time I'm in a, you know, I'm in a rap game, in love with, you know, the company and trying to produce an album. So that's kind of like with that song, and it's kind of like the in-betweens of that, which is why I can't fully say, you know, I'm in a relationship like that, you know, at this moment, because of this album, you know, and doing what I do, and I understand that, you know.
Now, that's how I feel too.
Falling in love with trying to write a good rap song, you know. That's kind of where that song came from.
Now, knowing you, what do you love more? Do you love hip hop more? Or do you love operating a business, being a business owner?
I definitely love rap more.
Okay. Yeah.
I love having a company though. You know, I wouldn't not want to, you know, under no circumstances, whether I'm getting $100 million or a penny, you know what I'm saying? I love it got my name on it, and I got the opportunity to make sure, you know, make whatever happen. But I definitely love the music more because that's what I do, and that's what you know, got me going for all of this. You
Only
know
reason why I say that because people talk about, you hear the term falling out of love with rap or the music or hip hop, and I didn't know if you've dealt with that along your journey with making music and obviously starting the whole OPM shit.
It's definitely like, it's something you just got to be mindful of. You know what I mean? I definitely think that it's been times where it's like I never second guess myself, but it's like you kind of gotta you got to grow up and find those things that, again, that you proud to talk about or to introduce, and that's where the respect comes and the honesty comes from. So it's like a song like Fell in Love or Christopher Columbus. Like, I'm excited to be the only person probably that ever if you think about since 79 to 2018, only one person made a song about said something about Christopher Columbus.
What, Biggie, right?
No.
Who?
Me.
No. You said have a song about?
Yeah. Christopher Columbus.
A
reference. Anything. I'm saying just like you got to hear the song.
Oh, no. Okay. Never mind.
You know what I'm saying? Like how like certain things get me excited.
I got you.
I'm saying like you got to figure out what
so you talking about
offer.
Pioneering.
Yeah. That's the point of this. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
he said, nigga, you didn't hear the song?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, not to give a throw off reference, but like last week, all right, I seen Kanye on TV, man, with Lil Pump. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's confusing. That's confusing for a lot of people,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? But that's directly what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kanye just got to figure out how to be Kanye and get the respect that he deserves and desires, but in an intelligent, fly way. And sometimes that's difficult. And that might lead you to drugs, depression, you know what I'm saying, doing crazy things outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? But
like dressing up like a bottle of water.
You could talk, exactly. It's things that you could talk about and express that will give you all of that back. Where you could get the respect from the young kids, but you don't gotta do what they doing.
Right.
That ain't even what they want.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
They looking
That
at
ain't
you
even what
right
they
to be
want.
you.
Right through
exactly.
it too.
So
Yeah.
when I come through, it's different because it's like I'm not. These kids know I'm not trying to do what they doing. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? But they understand it when they listen to it still. You know what I'm saying? They understand it and they respect it.
Do you
know?
feel like, who did I ask? Perico? I think I asked Perico. Do you feel like you need antics to go along with music?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Nah.
Like
not
that, like
really.
dressing up like a bottle of water on TV or like.
I mean, that's a costume change, but you don't need that at all. You just need, cause put it like this. It's people that's been up there with just a suit and a piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Legends.
Right?
John Legend.
Yeah.
Right? From jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only people, right? I travel a lot since 2010, let's just say. Traveled a lot. Airplane many times. The only time I've ever seen a musical artist at the airport that had their own airplane. Not like on the side where the planes come. The other side of the airport where you park if you got your own big plane, was like Iron Maiden, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what Iron Maiden look like.
Damn.
That's real.
You feel me?
That's real.
So what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn, I can't think of, because I remember when
I don't even know what Iron Maiden look like.
Remember when Puff was like, man, gas is high. He said he sold his jet or gave it back or some shit like that.
So it really is in a way about the music. You know what I'm saying? If you could figure it out. I don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to putting your all and putting something real into that and getting a response back that you deserve.
Quality.
You know what I'm saying? Quality, yeah. When Stevie Wonder was doing this thing, and these is different times, but it's like the same principles still apply, man. Like, you don't need no antics.
Do you feel like you get a pass if you are like on drugs or going through something? Do you get a pass for the foolishness?
You don't get a pass again. You might get some more money, a little extra money, because it's entertaining.
Got you.
But it's a difference between, people laughing at you and being funny. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. And, like Ice Cube say, you have to check yourself sometimes before you wreck yourself. That was a popular song when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's real, though.
For real.
Yeah.
And I would suggest a lot of people, listen to that song.
Tap into it.
For real.
I feel like but I think that it also comes with people around you too.
Yeah,
like you gotta have homies that's going, because I know some of your people, and it's like they'll pull you aside like, hey,
don't do that.
You doing too much, or
and the extremes will kill you. I don't like to even speak on other people. I can only speak for myself. But the extremes in this game, the ups and downs, speaking to, that's what you'll see. Like, those are the ones, like, when people doing good, it's all good. You gotta watch when it's not going that way.
Yeah, who's around, who's tapping in.
Who come back when they not betting on you? You know what I'm saying? That's when people don't never take into account. That's when you figure out what somebody made of and who they truly are. Mm-hmm. Not when they got the budget and everybody running and their entourage is crazy and the songs and everything's paid for. That's not when you gonna find out who you dealing with.
Right.
You gonna find out later. You know what I'm saying? When you need a real answer.
Right.
Yeah, and you got to make something happen. That's when you going to see who really an artist, who really got something to say, who really, is confused about what's going on. Me, I know for a fact I'm not confused. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be on the road end of the month talking about the same things I'm talking about on the album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On purpose.
Don't you think fatherhood has helped you, though? Like, as far as...
Tremendously. Main reason why I'm even here today, For sure.
Gives you
I
something
can say that, yeah.
to look forward
to. Doing this music, it's not enough. That's another thing. It's not enough.
So you got to have something else to live for?
Yeah, for sure. Doing the music thing and being popular or, doing whatever, getting dressed, like, none of that is never enough. You know what I'm saying?
So
to be a whole person.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we talking about fatherhood, man. I got to get some dad advice from you, man, because I look at the way that you raising your king, man. You said he's about to be 8 now?
Yeah.
All right, so... Me, I got a 3-month-year-old son right now. 3 month. I said
you don't know
3-month-old. I said 3-month-year-old. I'm tripping. 3-month-old son.
Yeah.
What dad advice could you give to me moving forward, and what can I look forward to?
man, treat him like, he gonna be an adult one day that's gonna run the country, possibly the world. Talk to him like that, with respect.
Yeah.
Inform him of what's going on, in a truthful way. Because when you're not there, the fact of the matter is he's just another citizen in the world, and he will be. That your child will be, that will go on to college, high school, be by themselves. Majority of the time, we just with ourselves. It's not how we act when we with our friends or with our parents or, when somebody watching. It's who you are on them times, when I got to record by myself.
When nobody's looking.
When nobody there with me, I still got to stand up, and be about something, and figure out what it is, And so that's just how I always rocked with my son, like let him get the information, expose him to whatever he into, help him out. But when it's time for me to speak on something or like I observe something I feel like needs some perspective, like I just talk to him like how I would want somebody to tell me the truth, not the baby way, not the, because the world, they don't care about you, and they not going to tell you till it's too late or they not going to never give you the answer or keep it real with you,
That's a running thing that I'm starting to notice. A lot of people are saying that. Shout out to the homie Murs. He kind of said something similar in terms of like, you don't want to coddle him. Like you want to protect him, but you can't coddle him because the world's not going to be like that for him.
Yeah, exactly. The world is not like that. You get outside and it's like, man, people is assholes. People, you know what I'm saying? It's this, it's that. Everybody don't like you. Everybody not trying to see you, do a good job. So if you get too used to that feeling, you will be conflicted, But if you are sure of yourself and somebody gave you game, like, man, you're going to have to go out here and make it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then even then it might not work. But you'll be able to live with yourself if you give your all at least, if you're doing the right things. You're not going to let them eat candy and play video games for 30 years and then be like, dang, what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you didn't get your shit together?
Right, exactly. You're going to tell them like, look, man, that's cool. I know you having fun. But right, one day you're going to want a car.
Yeah.
And the kid that going to have a nice car, he was on his grind.
Early.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight
the
up.
whole time you was on it, you was playing around. And so if you don't want to be mad and you want to have a nice car and a nice life,
gotta work for it.
You gotta work for it.
I like
Figure
that.
out more you could do with yourself. You know what I mean? Read this Quincy Jones book. Here, give me 10 pages. That's what I tell them. You know what
Give
I'm
me
saying?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me 10. Like,
That'll finish your course shit right there,
read
man.
10 for me and then tell me where you grew up at. Something like that.
You're a real chill, laid back person.
Thank you.
Right?
Man.
It's a great compliment. But when have you ever been knocked off your square? When's the last time you been pissed off and
Lost your shit.
lost your shit?
Lot, man,
I just can't see you be like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, I just can't see Dom Kennedy doing that.
Recent times, man, a lot of times it don't happen because you got to just chill sometime, man, and just, it's hard to offend people in my position.
Gotcha.
I will say that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to offend people in my position because, a lot of times you can't take things back.
Right.
But pertaining to this music game, it's definitely been times where things have, internally rubbed me the wrong way. And in life as well. You know what I'm saying? And in life as well. Like, I get, just the same experiences as everybody. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So it's definitely times where, like,
Yeah,
I done went crazy in the last 24 months.
I don't see you like losing your shit.
That's what I'm saying. I just can't see you like
you way
going
like
off.
cool to me. Like you always been hella just I'm cool. I ain't tripping. Like I even thought at some point, like I remember, I think one of our first like conversations in your studio, I thought you was gonna lose your shit with me because we was talking about like going back and forth about the DJ shit and all that, and you just was like, okay, for sure. Like I understand what you're saying, but this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, and it was like that's when I told you, like I respect your mind.
Yeah,
like
perspectives is cool. That's what it is. It's like it's hard to offend me, but I guess you trying to say like if I ever felt offended. If somebody ever offended me, then you definitely felt I was offended. You know what I'm saying? But I guess a lot of things don't offend me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of everyday, like regular things, like I could have a conversation. I could listen to people's perspectives. I could even be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? In instances, like the worst way, but still kind of be able to put it objectively, I guess, is the right word, to where it's like, I'm not going to trip on you right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I still gotta finish this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
shit still gotta happen.
Yeah, the plate, you know, you drop the plate, it's broke.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out. You know, exactly. But we still gotta have this little dinner. So let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the main thing. Like,
yeah.
What we gonna do? You know, we gonna fight over, you know, this.
Yeah.
But Dom don't lose his cool for the most part.
Nah, I do, man. But it's like you gotta really, it gotta be something that really like, I gotta feel like probably it's intentional or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I felt like play with, then you'll probably see a different person.
Then more than likely that would be a personal thing, not necessarily
all the time. Exactly. That's why it would be hard pressed to, you know, even money wise. Like I've been in situations, but the worst you could do with money is like sue somebody, or you could be sued. You could lose some money, but you could always get that back. So it's hard to trip over that, right? You know, songs, it's like who I'm a trip on. It's my song.
Yeah.
If I'm a trip, I'm hard on myself. Then anybody, like how you say, your friends might put aside, like, that's true. And we have conversations, but at the end of the day, my name on this shit. So if I'm feeling bad, if it ain't up to standard, I know what it is. I'm the only one that could fix it. Mm-hmm. It's a thing that's going to happen in time, but I'm the only one that could, you know, make that improvement. Honestly, at the end of the day. You know, so I've kind of learned that as well. I think probably in certain situations, especially nowadays, it's easy to just be like, oh, shit, it ain't going right because of you.
Point that finger, point that blame.
You know, the DJs ain't on my bumper.
Yeah.
You know, the label, da-da-da. But it's like, then I'm saying y'all more important than me.
Exactly.
At my job.
Bruh.
And I can't admit that. I can't live my life. I can't pay my bills like that. I don't live where I live. I don't eat because of that. I think that way or nothing. So it's like, I guess my mind ain't in that, you know, it's not in that space. That's a good place to be, bro. Yeah, my mind is not never in that space. I guess I'm grateful, like, when I see my album up, and it's like how we were saying, look at all the albums that came out. So, hell yeah, I want to be number one.
Yeah.
But I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
You know?
It's
and
real.
I'm like, I could take that 5 and make it number one.
Right.
With what I learned this time. You know?
I like that.
We were talking about too, like the year 2018. Just like you talking about, a lot of music came out this year.
Everything dropped.
I mean, like literally from fucking Eminem, Jay-Z with the Carters, you know, Kendrick dropped some shit with Black Panther, Lil Wayne. I mean, there's a lot of music.
Nip album.
Yeah,
everybody.
I honestly still think that's the one of the top albums of the year. Personally,
no doubt.
J-Rock, you know,
no doubt. J-Rock album. Shout out to J-Rock.
A lot of shit dropped. Do you think
Mac
that we'll look back at 2018 as one of those like years like 96 where like you had a lot of classics that dropped as well?
Yeah. I think the fans will, man, because the most important thing we could do as artists is contribute anytime and always. Even if it don't do what you think you it's supposed to do, or if it does or whatever, the main point is about this, man, is that you helping people.
Right. Right.
So that one song, that album you put out, you know, it's somebody somewhere that love it.
They're tapping into it.
That love it, that use that. They might be really going through something. You know what I mean? They might be really dealing with something. They might be, you know how many kids come up to me like, man, I wouldn't have graduated high school if it wasn't for, you know, I listened to you in high school from the West Side with Love. Yeah. And this and that, you know? So it's like, think about that. I would have lost all that time in history, you know, just because for what? Not putting something out. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and we wasn't even getting paid. So we was really just doing it for the love of the game. But I've learned, like, that's what it's really about. That's what this means to people, you know? It's like, so I think it will be because of all of those contributions. Yeah. Simply. And over time, people will look at that and say, man, everybody put something out, and you could be, you know, you might be a fan of this album, but everybody helped somebody in this world, you know, along the line, and that's what it's about. You know what I mean? All the artists, Lil Wayne album, you know, everybody made somebody happy.
Hey, how you feel about Wayne dropping? Like, because I this last question, I felt like, before he even dropped this album, before we even knew the Carter 5 was coming, I always was arguing with motherfuckers in the radio station. Like, I feel like the industry owed Wayne one more. One more run at the top.
Nah, for sure.
Because like hip hop, like especially when you reach the heights that Wayne, you know, he covered Rolling Stone, greatest rapper alive.
Exactly.
The game will chew you up and spit you out. Like him and T-Pain, I feel like the game turned they back on. What's your thoughts on the Carter 5 dropping with everything that Wayne been through? As far as
I loved it, man. I loved the Lil Wayne business moves. You know, I never met Lil Wayne at all. I met Mac Main a couple times. Super solid dude. You know, I love that they now, you know, truly in control of their company. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like inspiring because we all come from up and even to my company, to Nip Company, Lil Wayne Company, the Master P Company, the Sean Combs Company, the Sean Carter Company, the Jay Prince Company. You know, it's all the same thing, like in our regions though, and where we come from, we all just putting ourselves and our people, you know, giving them jobs, putting them in better positions to spread their music and give them an opportunity, right? So just for the business part of it, I'm glad that he got, you know, his money from that situation because all that work he put in, man, that's directly what I talk about, you know, having an artist be able to earn and make the fruits of their labor, you know, and be able to be around. And like you said, he was at the pinnacle probably where nobody been at that time when he was up there doing this thing. So it's like to think that he did all that and y'all wasn't going to pay him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, damn, like what you got to do? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Yeah. So for him to stick it out and get his bread and then now he got the company and he dropping albums, I'm sure he in a great spot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I applaud him for sure. Like that's what we all striving for, you know.
Don, I don't know cocky shit, but do you feel like you're a living legend?
Only recently I've only allowed that thought to be.
I've allowed that thought.
No, only reason why
just because I have been doing it for a while. You
absolutely.
Because I mean I'm the one that put that out there, kind of. But when I said that on the song Lamar Park Legend, you know, that was kind of what I, again, was aspiring to be, you know, and when figuring out I would put my name out there like that. But now that, you know, it's come to fruition and I've been doing it, you know, ins and outs in different ways and had, you know, different moments, you know what I'm saying? I still can't go nowhere without talking to people about Yellow Album, you know what I'm saying? This and that, and everybody got their favorites. So it's like, these is like, again, real moments in people's lives. Right. So I feel like I've earned it to a certain degree.
No, the only reason why I said it because I feel like you are. Whenever I mention your name to people, I watch how people react to certain artists. Yeah. And when your name comes up, whether people love your music or don't like it, they respect you and they hold you in high regards in terms of your business moves, your plays, and of course it helps when they like the music as well. So
hell yeah.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think you're a living legend, man.
Thank you, man.
Definitely hold that in high regards for sure.
I appreciate it. Yep, and that's what we working towards, man. Just to give everybody something to vibe with, man, and be proud of the, you know, the moves, but make the music actually stand up, you know, and things that we could all celebrate and have fun with, bring more people together. That's our main goal with the OPM, you know. At this point, that's our motto, just bring people together. You know, that's what we try to stay mindful of. Like, if the music ain't feeling like that, if it's not in the conversation, if it's not conversational, if it's not making people, you know, have fun or think, you know, in groups and share it, it's like probably do something else. Yeah.
We always...
Too quick. Before you do that, because that's the last question. Before we do it, just quick thoughts on Dodgers this year. What do you think? After last year's tough loss, Game 7, what do you think about now? We back in the playoffs.
No, it's looking good, man. Okay. I feel like they should make it to the World Series. I feel like American League is stacked, though. Every team in the American League is pretty tough. Not saying they will all beat the Dodgers, but they got two teams in particular, the Astros, obviously, because they was tough last year. Right. The Red Sox is good, and the Yankees is probably good. And I like the Indians, but I feel like it's going to be Astros, Red Sox, and one of those two teams in Dodgers.
You think the World Series? You think we got a shot?
No, for sure. I think we should have won last year. Yeah. We would have won last year, had a different Game 7 starting pitcher, or at least, you know, had a closer game than, you know, had an opportunity, which is all you really want. But unfortunately, we was just blown out the gate by the bad start. But I think that them dudes is definitely, like, I just been watching them, especially at the end of the regular season. I started paying attention more, and I was like, they ready. They got that look of like, we know what we here to do. Right. Like, a lot of teams is like filling it out, happy to be there. They like, nah, we coming for the trophy, you know, and that's how you got to be in the game, is just locked in like that.
So if you have to make a prediction right now, out of the teams that you named, who are they facing in the World Series?
I'll say Boston. I thought Boston last year, honestly, but I would say Boston.
Okay.
Boston got some ballers on there. Mookie Betts, I like Mookie Betts. He a baller. I really mess with the baseball, though, so
Because I know you got that background.
Boston.
That background in baseball. I know that's your thing. So
yeah, I think LA and Boston, man, that'll be a classic for sure. I might even try to slide one of them Boston games.
You didn't go to none of the games last year?
I did. I made it to one of the Houston game 2. Oh. They lost like maybe 10-9 or something. It was a great game. One of the best baseball games I've been to. It was crazy.
I was going to ask you thoughts on the new Lakers.
Oh, that's
new Lakers. I think, man, they like number 3. What you think? I think they third.
The new Lakers
right
with
now.
LeBron. Are you for it? Or are you?
No, I'm with it, man. I'm a born Laker fan. My grandmother, rest in peace, was still to this day the biggest probably Laker follower that I ever fan. She followed the Lakers on radio days. You know what I mean? KCAL9, listen to the radio type day. So. You know, I definitely love LeBron on the Lakers. I like the young players they had. I was a Lonzo fan. You know, at UCLA, I watched him a lot. I understand his game. I was excited that the Lakers got him. I think they got a good team, but I wouldn't say that they better than the Warriors or the Rockets. No, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah. So that's why I would say number 3 seed, get in the playoffs. We'll see. You know, if they could knock somebody off, but. Nah, I wouldn't disrespect the Rockets or the Warriors and say the Lakers are going. You know, I'm realistic.
No, you gotta be right. You gotta be honest.
But I expect third, 4th seed to the playoffs.
I think we'll
they
get
should
it
be
together.
right around there. You know,
that's what's up.
The year can't end without Dom Kennedy doing what?
Man, getting a new car for fucking Christmas.
That's it.
Oh, you gonna bless yourself?
I don't know. I might. Nah, that's just what came in my mind.
Nah, that's real shit. That's real shit.
I might have to switch it up. You know what I mean? For the New Year's start.
Get that new Honda Civic.
Right, exactly. Camry. I'm in a Camry. Somebody broke in my car right now. Fun fact, they got me whipping a Camry today. Right?
Damn. They broke in your shit?
Yeah, man. They broke in my car, man. Took the homie backpack, man. He had his equipment in there. I guess some. You know what I mean? People was watching us, man. Meth heads in the city or something.
So you got to pay him back that shit? You got to get him a new whatever was in there?
Nah. It's
he got to take that L.
Slept, yeah. Shit, my car $30,000.
I got shit I got to do.
I ain't even got the whip back yet. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't know. Before the year is up, what we got to do, man? Just continue what we doing, man. I got a couple albums. Asia Monet. I don't know if y'all heard of her. Yeah, we just put out her second video off her album. Don't Forget.
I meant to ask you about that, man. Is there a different approach when it comes? Because that's the first R&B act to OPM.
For sure.
So for you, like the approach, like, is it different?
Yeah, it was definitely different, for sure, just because it was a female artist, and like you said, it was R&B, but it wasn't because her music is so honest and real in a way like ours, that everybody we work with on the company, artists, everybody, they loved it and understood what her music immediately. They felt it immediately, you know what I'm saying? So then at that point, it's just about getting people to hear our name and hear the music, but nah, it wasn't difficult at all. Like, I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? We put out Jay, had his album on Interscope, what was that, last year maybe, or the year before that? He's about to go into his first single, should be coming out soon in the next month.
Yeah, Warren Brew just dropped too.
Warren Brew,
shout out new content
to Warren Brew.
Up here.
We're going to get him up here soon.
So, you know, it's like, man, just working with these artists, man, is like my thing. You know, outside of that, they're going to be on the road with me.
Dope.
You know, we working on another OPM compilation album on the backs of that.
Nice.
On everybody's music, you know, coming up to that level now where everybody coming into their own. Like, we decided we working on another one. It's
man.
hard.
I was talking to Jay. We were talking to J305 about that when he came up here. I was like, yo, when you guys gonna have a compilation and kind of display all the talent that you guys
look
have?
for that top of the year, 2019.
Sure.
We already working on it.
All right.
Y'all heard it first.
Dope.
I ain't really even spoke on it.
I love that. I love that.
But it's coming. It's gonna be dope. We probably like a little more than, I don't know. I can't really say where we at with it in terms of what songs gonna be on there, but we got some dope features. Nico G4 on there.
Yeah.
Asia be on there. Jay, me on there, of course. Warren Brew worked with Villain Park on a couple joints.
Nice.
I don't know which ones they gonna use. I did something for their project as well. So, man,
and it gives it that feel too.
It's gonna be everybody, like OPM and people that's affiliated, you know?
It gives it that feel like when we had Rough Rider shit, you know what I'm saying, compilations, or, you know, things like that. So I think that's needed. Tour.
Yeah.
Give me information for the tour, like website or where they can go, or where you guys going as well.
Man, tickets is on sale now. Win or Lose Tour. Dom Kennedy, Kaz, J305, Warren Brew. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be It's about 26, 27 shows.
Okay.
So it's a good number of shows. We start on the Midwest. You know, check us out online. I think it's on like AXS.com. It should be up there. Start in Detroit at the end of the month.
Okay.
Midwest, East Coast, end on the West Coast right before the holidays.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So y'all definitely got to come out.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I think the last show is Orange County, so you know, one of those in the area. We don't have official LA in the city show because we've been doing so much stuff like the last 12 months in LA. I had a couple, but we doing pretty much everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got like 6, 7 just in California because we hitting all the, you know, everywhere. Touch everybody. Yeah. So, you know, Bay Area, all of that, up top, Seattle. It's going to be dope, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's a great time because the new music, I feel like it's reaching people. And then now I got the benefit of I got so many songs that people know and love over the years. Right. So it's like it's more of a fun thing. You know, it's not really no pressure at all with this. It's like I'm going to give them, you know, the songs that I feel like I want to highlight on the album and then do the classics that they already know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. And we just going to have fun and spread the love. Like end of the year. So that'll probably be my answer before the end of the year. I just gotta hit my spots, man. I'm looking forward to hitting DC up, all of that places I go. I've been through over the years and I'm like, I really think now like them shows, those cities, all those people mean a lot to me, man. Yeah. Like going to those places because those are ones who when you're not there is playing your music at functions, playing your music in their dorm rooms, playing your music in their parties, you know, asking DJs about you, you know, telling people about you, and it's like you only get that. It's whack in a way, but it's beautiful because you only get that. I only get that 1 hour to spend with them while I'm on stage. So I try to do as much as I can, you know. But it's like it's a long way to go just to perform for them for 1 hour. But I cherish it, man, for sure, and I'm looking forward to it.
And I think they appreciate it too. No matter what type of time you spend, it's like they get a piece of you because in the other time you won't be there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So. The living legend, man. Dom Kennedy in the building, man. We appreciate you coming on through. Homegrown homie, man. It's Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, and we gone.
West Coast.
Yeah.